Hello, guys. How are you doing? Today, we have a pretty interesting topic, which is what to do if your manifestation takes so ridiculously long that you don't even know what else you can do to actually fix everything that is happening with it, and why your affirmations don't work, why your manifestation doesn't work, everything connected to manifestation troubleshooting. Because as you see, the girl on the thumbnail of the video did 900,000, close to a million of affirmations, and still got zero result in her 3D reality. For the reference, the most that I did in the span of a month, the most affirmations that I did was the number 70,000, not 700,000, 70,000. So, and by the way, I still got everything that I was affirming for. So what's actually going on with this exact manifestation that this poor girl is trying to get? And I would like to actually start with the understanding of overall how manifestation is working, and then we will move to what you actually do and how you can fix all of these things. By the way, I'm Anna. On this channel I share everything I learned about the law of assumptions, spirituality, personal growth during my own self-growth journey, and I share all these lessons in order for them to help you on yours. And all the links to my challenges, to my Patreon, will be down below. So if you want to check my 30 days manifestation challenges, you are free to go and do this. And now let's get deep into the topic of today's video. So first of all, guys, I want to start with the understanding of what manifestation actually is. I'm repeating this quite often, and manifestation is the process of mental work of you shifting from the version of you who doesn't have what you want into the version of you who already has your desire. Manifestation is purely a mental work. This is not a physical work, and this is where a lot of people get confused. Also, we see that the girl in this video did 900,000 affirmations, and a lot of people on Reddit actually started blaming this poor girl that her doing affirmations is a sign of a desperation, whatever it is, and started kind of like shitting on affirmations. And as a person who is quite big on affirmations, I want to start my talk with this exact point. So, first of all, when you're doing affirmations, this is not a sign of desperation. This is not a sign that you don't have your desire. This is why you're doing the technique and you will never get your desire since you're doing the techniques whatsoever. That really a lot of people on Reddit were actually telling her. And this could not be farther from the truth because, guys, the majority of us here are in the space of the law of assumption, right? Law of assumption, not law think once and forget forever and just hope that this thing is going to appear. So what is the assumption? Assumption is the crystallized consciousness. Assumption is the crystallized behavior model. Assumption is a crystallized habit, the thought that was repeated hundreds of times, thousands of times, and then it found its reflection literally in your brain and eventually in your reality. And a lot of people are kind of lucky and they have had an okay childhood, okay life, okay adulthood, and they have less of the limiting beliefs and less of the negative assumptions. A lot of us, and myself included, are not that kind of lucky, and there are people who have shit ton of the limiting beliefs. Now think about it. You need to do something in order to actually rewrite these limiting beliefs, right? So, what exactly can you do? Like, if we are talking about the limiting beliefs as about the habit, because all of our beliefs, all of our thoughts are nothing more than the habit, because 70, 90,000 of thoughts that you have per day are the same that yesterday, months ago, sometimes even years ago. They are the same. So, this is a habitual process. If you are not integrating and introducing the new thoughts to your subconscious mind, to even your conscious mind, if you are not constantly feeding something new to it and you are not breaking the pattern of these old thoughts and old assumptions, how you're going to change this habit? There is no other way of becoming the person who has what you want mentally if you're not thinking as if, right? So affirmations are not some kind of the technique that you need to do, and if you do this it shows your desperation. Affirmations are literally thoughts. So your thought that you are not worthy of anything, or your thought in the morning, why the hell did I woke up, everything is so bad, or just like I want to get a coffee today, these all things are basically affirmations, because affirmations are equal to your thoughts, nothing more or nothing less. And therefore, in a lot of cases, you actually do need some kind of form of the repetition in order to rewire your subconscious mind, in order to rewire your patterns to start actually thinking as if. Okay? Now, do you need 1 million affirmations in order to rewire your subconscious mind and see the result in your reality? Absolutely not. And when you are doing something for quite a long period of time, you are affirming for a long time, you are manifesting something for a long time, whatever that you do, and you are doing this for like long period, and you see no results, you see no movement, not even like a piece of a shitty sign or whatsoever, you're doing something wrong. And here is what. So, first of all, guys, when we are talking about affirmations, and there is also kind of not a, like, let's say, misunderstanding in the law of assumption community that you can do any type of affirmations and whatever the habit is, it's going to work for you. So, no, not really. When we are talking about affirmations, you need to understand what kind of affirmations your personal subconscious needs. How do you understand this? As I am always talking in my videos, throughout my challenges, in all the exercises, you need to understand what exactly is running on the back of your subconscious mind. So if you have something that you're manifesting, let's say, no matter how I am, okay, you're manifesting specific person, right? As in the case of this lady. So what do? You need to sit down and actually write down everything that you think about relationship, everything that you think about you as a woman, everything that you think about men as your partners, how they treat you, etc., etc. And you need to do this honestly. So you don't need to write a perfect essay in order to not like offend yourself or whatever it is, like be like so polite. No, you need to write everything that you actually think. If you think that you're a piece of shit that no one likes and never will like, and most probably you'll die alone in the trash, guess what? Write it down. And why do I say to do this? Is because this is the program that runs on your subconscious mind. And as long as you're, let's say, doing affirmations that, oh, like my specific person loves me, my specific person loves me, or whatever, I'm getting so much money, I'm getting so much money, like any kind of affirmation, but on the back of your mind, when you are even like giving them this kind of a script, but in your mind you're actually a piece of shit that will die alone, and this is your dominant assumption, then guess what you're going to see in your reality. So when you're doing this exercise and you will write down everything there that you like, that you think about yourself whatsoever, what you do next is that most probably you will see there a couple of the most prominent limiting beliefs. So they will be kind of repeating themselves, you know. So you can say about yourself that you are shit in a lot of different ways, but the main like assumption is that you are shit. So what you do is that you kind of craft the specific affirmations that will correspond to the new you in your new reality. So you are looking at your old story that you wrote, you identify the main limiting beliefs, and you rewrite them. And this are the affirmations that you need to do. You don't need to do random affirmations that your specific person loves you when like you don't even like really honestly feel good about this affirmation or whatever, and your main problem can actually be not with the specific person, because in a lot of cases what can happen to women or men who have really bad assumptions about relationship in general and even about themselves is when they meet their first person for the first time, and like for a couple of weeks even, this person is just everything that they dreamt about. It's just so perfect, they are in love, they are treating them well, but then at the end, like not at the end of the day, but like after some periods of time, their specific person actually is doing like very very weird stuff. So like they start kind of ignoring them, and this is not some kind of like pickup technique or whatsoever, but let's say that people are just start losing interest to you after some period of time. So why is that? And I have heard such an important saying a long time ago, that when we first meet a person, we meet as kind of like stable, best versions of ourselves. But then with time, our assumptions start influencing this person more and more and more and more. And if you have the underlying assumption that all of your relationship, all of your interests give up on you after a couple of weeks, or something 100% goes wrong whatsoever, this is exactly what's going to happen. Okay, so you don't need to really do the affirmations that your specific person loves you. You can still do them, but your main problem is that people give up on you, you know. So if you don't want to troubleshoot your specific person every time, isn't it better to actually target the core assumption that you need to work with? You understand what I'm saying? So now you have understood the beliefs that you need to integrate, you're doing affirmations, how many times, what kind of thing. And look, there is this thing, it's not just about the quantity of your work, this is also about the quality of your work, of your mental work. And here's what I mean under this. So guys, first of all, and this is the most important thing most probably that you need to understand when you are manifesting anything, is that old you must actually die in order for you to receive all the new stuff in your reality that you want. So I will give you the example. So let's say that you have a very very strained relationship with money, you're manifesting more money in your life. And what's happening? So let's say you are constantly worrying that money will go like just will disappear, that you will face no having money at all, you don't even know what to do, and you will never find a stable income, etc. And at the same time you want to be a provider for your family, you want to create the great future for your self, for your parents, for your loved ones, whatsoever. So imagine yourself this thing. If, like, if you would be in the position where you would have to rely on one person to provide for you for the rest of the life, ask yourself honestly, if you knew your current mindset just as a separate person, like you need to choose one person out of all people who will be responsible for your financial future, like you will not be earning money, this person will be providing for you, would you choose yourself as a sole provider with the kind of mindset that you currently have, that pinch all the pennies, that is worrying that, oh my god, like our income will just disappear, what I'm going to do, and you're just getting into this comatose like every other day, every other week, and you just cannot even rely on yourself for this money? So when I was doing this exercise, I understood that I definitely need to do something like a while ago with my money mindset, because I would personally not even want myself to be like, to, as I would be a separate person, I wouldn't want the person with such mindset to be my provider, even if like this person would never like tell me that, oh my god, you need so much money whatsoever, like they would somehow find me this money that I need whatsoever, but I wouldn't want that this way. So the same thing can you imagine for yourself that you are manifesting love, you're manifesting your specific person, whatever? Can you imagine that you, so think about yourself as separate from this mindset. So you need to get into the relationship with one person out of all. Would you choose a person who is so weirdly obsessed with you, who is not feeling good in regards to themselves, who does not feel complete without you specifically being around, who constantly goes into this weird obsession, into this like, oh my god, I need to have you in my life? That sounds like the reddest walking red flag that I have ever heard about. So you need to understand, guys, that if you want to manifest successful love, successful business, having a lot of money, this old mindset must actually go. You need to let go of it. This whole story must come to an end, because this whole thing does not correspond to you living your best life and to those great circumstances that you want to have in your life. Okay? And you need to clearly understand this, because a lot of people, when manifesting, we think that we are doing all the best. We think that we are applying all the techniques perfectly, when in reality, you're actually not. You can do hundreds, thousands, million of affirmations and still not get what you desire if you are not doing the quality work. And this is also something that I kind of make you guys to do throughout my challenges, which is to reflect on what are actual thoughts every day behind those affirmations. How much are you wavering? What are you actually wavering about? Because you can be affirming, but once you stop affirming, once you exit this counter app where you count how many affirmations you did, you start going on this rant about how you will never get what you want. You are never getting what you want. They will never be around you. They will never choose you because you're not the one to be chosen, etc. So if you don't if you don't really understand how to self-reflect on all of this, you can use my challenges for help, or you can actually take the piece of paper every day and sit and reflect on what you actually have been thinking about all of this day. Have you been actually wavering? Did you stick to the new story? Did you actually appear as a new identity? Like, did you actually behave and think as if the version of you who already has it? Because like, when we are talking about the quality of work, this is exactly what I mean. Like, there is no sense in doing million of affirmations when you can get your stuff with much less. I'm all pro repetition, I'm all pro persistent, I'm all pro affirmations, but there needs to be a limit to this. And if you're doing so much work, most probably you have done one or another mistake that we have talked earlier in this video. If you want like more clarity on this, you want a clear routine that you will be able to follow, you can find such routines on my Patreon in either original challenge or in advanced. Choose whatever you like to do. Or again, this will take a little bit of time for you to figure it out yourself, but you don't have to do it with such a struggle. Manifestation is not about struggle. You're struggling because you are not doing the self-reflection. I hope that this video helped. I wish you all the best. I'm looking forward to hear your manifestation success story. All the links will be down below, and I will see you soon in my next videos.